So real quickly, before we get going here, I wanted to show you this, and I did this on purpose, just to make a point. If you look on the left corner here of this piece, see that kind of shit-looking cracking, and that's going, not really cracking, but it's kind of bunched up together. This is what happens if you don't let your paint dry in the right conditions. I put this kind of like in a cool spot, and then let it dry. I mean, it looked fine right after I painted it. It kind of looked like the rest of this, but right here you can see where it starts to bunch together and bundle up, and it looks like crap. I'm gonna have to fix that, and I will fix that. I did it just on this itty bitty little piece here, just because I wanted to show you this, and like I said, I did it on purpose. But that's what happens when you don't let your paint dry in the right conditions. You can get crap like this. Now you can see it's kind of, I don't know, bunched up there. It just looks like crap. But anyways, I'm gonna fix this one, and let's cut to the next scene here and get going. So I got the radiator issues sorted out. Ended up having to get a different one. What I got was a Castle 360EX put in there, so I got a 360 radiator going on in there, and the side closes up just fine now. Got the cable mod issue sorted out. That was pretty easy. Like I said, I just took my Dremel to that little bottom part there and kind of ground it down a little bit. That's actually no fault of cable mod whatsoever. That's just the design of this case. But one thing to point out about that, right here, you can see there's a couple slots for a graphics card to be mounted vertically anyways. And if you look at that compared to cable mod here, where it's going to mount on the cable mod one, the graphics card actually goes back a lot deeper into the case with the cable mod bracket than it does with this one. If I was going to use this one, the graphics card would be right up front here, almost touching the glass when it gets finished. So the cable mod vertical bracket is actually a hell of a lot better for this than using the one that comes with the damn case itself. Shame on you, Deepcool, man. That just, that's bullshit. But yeah, and then this is bullshit too. This is real bullshit, because right here on Deepcool's website, it says, if you scroll down, supports the installation of cooling fans, and you see right at the bottom there it says 3 120 millimeter or 2 140 millimeter fans in the front, which would be on those little opening slots like I had shown you what was like in the first or second video. That's total bullshit too. It does not fit. It does not work. I've tried it, and I looked at a couple different reviews online excuse me from others who have also tried it, and it does not work. If you want your 140 millimeter fans, you have to put them in the back. Just something to keep in mind for anybody who is thinking of getting a Matrix 55 case. If you're going to try 140s in the front, it ain't going to work for you. Personally, I think that's kind of false advertisement, but evidently if you download the manual, it actually says in the manual that only 120 millimeters will work in the way up front part. And it's like, well, gee, thanks for, advertising it for having 140 millimeters in the front, but not specifying that they have to be mounted in the back of this little cage right there, dicks. But anyways, I got that sorted out. So now I guess it's time to carry on with the build. So moving right along, this is one of those rare occasions where you don't really see me do this much, but I'm actually using my camera mount for once, so I can show you the inside here. Let me get out the flashlight. What you see there along the wall is an RGB strip. This is that little window there by where the power supply goes. Now, what this does is it gives that same effect like on my son's case, where you see the strip down there at the bottom where it says vintage. That's what I'm looking to do here. His has got actually a Fantex RGB strip in it. This one is Corsair, of course. But now, as you can see, it's a little floppy here. On this side, it's not tacked down. This has got like a magnet on it and sticky stuff. So what I'm going to do is get out my glue gun, and I'm going to tack down in a couple key places, right? Probably back in there and probably back in there, just to kind of straighten this out, if you would, a little bit. And then I'll tack right here, and then up here. Where'd my flashlight go? Up here, right at the rubber parts right there, just to kind of hold that steady. And here's the wire coming out for it. You got, the output and the input right there. So what I plan on doing is daisy chaining from the Corsair Lighting Node Pro to one of these, and then another strip is going to go into the front part of the case, and that will come out. I'll have to tuck that back in there, and that'll plug into a Corsair to JST adapter, and that is where the front panel light strip and the Leon Lee streamers will also plug into. So let me get out my glue gun here and get that glued in, and then we'll come back in another scene. Okay, that's been tacked down with glue. Now the next part is I'm just doing a little pre-test fit on a power supply. This isn't the power supply that's going in here. This is just one of my cheapy testing power supplies. But I wanted to show you this real fast. This is what I was talking about with turning that drive cage a little bit there. See how I can now take my wires, stuff them all back in there, and I've got all this room back in here in this to stuff them into. Now I have this up against here for now. This is temporary. I'm actually going to move that forward when I'm done, and then tighten it down so there's a little more gap there. But anyways, what I'm looking for here is I want to make sure that the sorry, I need to get something out of the way there. I wanted to make sure that the glue that I put on there is not bumping into the power supply, and it isn't. There's plenty of gap there. If you look real closer, you can see the strip that is going to show when you're face on. But yeah, so that's the nice thing about this case is this little window here. You can show off your power supply. Now my power supply is an EVGA and it's black, so I'm probably going to paint the side of it, paint it white, so that this shows a little more. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I got a little emblem for it, I guess, that I can put in there. I haven't really made up my mind what I'm going to put in there. But anyways, so now that that strip's in there, and like I said, I got those wires coming out, I'm going to snake one of the wires up through here, right into here, and then I'm going to lay another Corsair strip, probably, it's got to go this way, and then I'm going to snake a extension from here down into here. Now, I'm not worried about this showing right here in this section because I got that cable mod vertical bracket there that's actually going to kind of cover up some stuff a little bit. So that'll look pretty neat, actually. I'll just snake down right out in there. And so we'll have a strip here, and then, video card here, streamers coming out here, RGB there. Yeah, starting to shape up, and pretty soon I can take all the crap from here that you're seeing and transplant it into here. But right now I'm just doing some final prep work. I got to get ready for this one because, this is my main computer, so I don't really want to be down for too long. So I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on the back talking about shit because I want to get it done, finished, and up and going. But we'll see how it progresses along here, and we'll go to the next scene. Okay, progressing right along here. I have the motherboard in now, and I've laid the foundation wires in, and I call them the foundation wires because they're going to go in basically every build. They're going to come with every case, and that's going to be your front panel, your USB connectors, your speaker, your audio, all that. I like to lay those in first because that's what comes with every case. That's what's going to get plugged in first. And we'll take it to the back here. Ugh. I'll show you this. Sorry, doing this one-handed. I really should have used my mount this time, but oh well. Now, the foundational wires right here that are coming out, you'll notice that I do have tie strap down. Tie straps here on this one for the USB and for the front audio. Those I have tied tight. Now the rest of the wires so far that you see right here on the sides, I'm using the Velcro straps. Now the reason I do that is because, I'm going to be adding fans, I'm going to be adding this and adding that. I don't want to tie something down with a tie strap and then realize, oh, I should have ran that there. And, nobody's perfect, certainly not me. This makes it a lot easier. Now, when I'm done, if I want, I can go back again with the cable ties and tie them down and get rid of this Velcro. Or if I want, I could take out the scissors and snip the Velcro, or I could just leave it the way it is. It's, personal choice, I guess. But this is what I was talking about earlier, like with these wires. Look at this. I got a lot of this stuff stuffed down in here so that when I plug it into the power supply, that it's all going to hide back in there. And so that really, really helps with the cable management. The goal is to keep this open. I don't know how that's going to work out. If I can keep at least one of these open, I'll be happy, because then I can add an additional SSD drive later on. I'm not using a commander on this one. I'm just going to use the Lighting Node Pro and the RGB fan hub. And the reason is because this motherboard is a decent board. I mean, you've got, fan connectors, here, probably another one somewhere. I don't know. I'm not looking that hard, but yeah, so this board here has definitely got a lot of places that I can plug in all the fans around here. And plus, you got 3 fans here, and if I want, I can plug all 3 of them into different ports here and then control that with PWM in the BIOS and set it to the CPU. That way I'm not having to daisy chain a bunch of fans together, and I can see what actually each individual fan is doing instead of just one fan from a splitter that's taking in the PWM connection. So yeah, you can see the streamers in right there. I put the cable mod, generic cable mod ones in there, and I have that all down. I like to get all that in first, do my power next, and then the last thing I'm going to do is do the RGB in here, no matter, what I'm doing with RGB. So, the reason I do that is because, fans spin, fans eventually fail. I like to have those so that the wires aren't tucked under something so that they're hard to get to in case I ever need to pull a fan, change a fan. It just makes it easier. The RGB itself, like I said, like I showed in the last scene there, I got it routed under there, and then it comes up here. I got an RGB strip here, and then you can see I got that routed out there, out back there. If I don't drop this case and break it, and then leading out through there into a JST, Corsair to JST adapter. And that's what's going to plug into the streamers and the front and whatever. But I'm going to get going here on this some more, and we'll cut this scene. Okay, aside from making kind of a mess in my office here, everything is finished and done. We can see the effects going on now. I've got the front light strip, the streamers, the light strip right there, and the light strip right there, all synchronized to the same color. And, of course, you know, I can go ahead and do some stuff with that. Do some different effects there. Oh, wasn't too bad of a job, really, but man, tell you what, it took me quite a while to get it all done. I'm a little disappointed, though, in Deepcool, the way they advertise the front there with the 140 millimeter fans. I was a little pissed off. I mean, but, you know, I guess I'll take those 140s and I'll put them in another build, I suppose, because I've always have something else planned. But I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't really have any more builds planned. I just wanted to get mine done. It's been a long time coming. And the main reason I did this is because wanted to match my son's kind of, because I dig his, you know, and he's my pal, and we always kind of do the same things together. So that's why I went with a case like his. I think it looks awesome with that white in there. Look how that just brightens it up there with that RGB. You know, I could have took the shortcut route and just bought a white case. But, you know, what kind of fun is that? You know, that isn't really what I wanted to do with it. Now, you're going to see right there's a little bit of blue going on the sides there. And there's some blue in the back that I had painted on there. Now, what's going on with that is later on, I'm probably going to do some vinyl wrap with it. Not right now, though. I've already spent enough time on this one. You can see the down here. I don't have nothing in there yet. That's because when I painted it, that was actually just today. And I let it sit long enough so that it was, you know, dry to the touch. But it needs some cure time. So I'm going to let that dry for a few days. And then I got an emblem or two that I'm going to stick down in there with that one. So that's it for this build. I guess, I don't know. If you guys want to try something with this Matrexx, I don't recommend, I don't know what more to say about the Matrexx case, really. Right now I'm a little tired. It's like, you know, 6 in the morning. And so my head's a little right now, and I should really go to bed. I've been up all night doing all this shit and other shit. So, yeah. But that's it for this one, and hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. I'll see you guys later, and see you in the next build. Bye, guys.